Hello everyone, I'm Aisha and welcome back to another weekly savings challenge and dividend portfolio update. I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. It's already August but 2020 felt so slow. I had 3 midterms last week and that was mentally taxing, especially that the exams now are online. The lecturers are throwing us questions that we have never seen or practiced before. As accounting students, we do need and rely a lot on exercises, especially on taxation courses, because different scenarios would require different solutions. I practice on ACCA and MIA papers as well, as I think the tutorial questions are not sufficient. But oh well, sorry for the irrelevant babbling. I think I'm just too tired with the education system. So let's continue with today's video. The first thing in our agenda for today is to generate this week's savings amount. After that, we'll take a look at how my Trading 212 dividend portfolio performed last week. And in this section, I will be talking about my biggest winner and loser and also an unexpected dividend received last week. Lastly, we will run the dividend script and see whether there are any ex-dividend dates that we can take advantage of next week. If you are only interested in certain parts of the video, I have prepared the timestamps in the description box below. Feel free to skip to your preferred sections. Let's start our agenda with the 52-week savings challenge. Let's type in the random between 1 to 13 here and see what number we'll get. Last week, I deposited 25 ringgit into my Stashaway simple account. That was the total amount for July 2020. I will link the video on the top right corner. Okay, this week I have to set aside 1 ringgit. That's a good amount because to be honest, I'm quite broke now. Now, let's move on to the next agenda, Trading 212 dividend portfolio update. I deposited another $5 last week to take advantage of the Stack Industrial ex-dividend date. Last week was also Pfizer's ex-dividend date, but their share price rose more than 13% and I thought that is too expensive. My capital gain on the current 0.08 shares in Pfizer is equivalent to its dividend per share amount. So last week, I only got myself a fraction of Stack Industrial and also LTC Properties. I also bought 0.3 BP shares as their share price is still declining last week, and in total, I currently own 1 share of BP. I will not add on any investment into BP after this, as I am quite aware of the negative impact of oil and gas companies to the world. 1 share is enough, I think, even though the price is really tempting and they are paying dividends quarterly. Based on last week's video, we were expecting dividends from JP Morgan and Realty Income, but as their payment date is on Friday 31st July, the dividends might be deposited into my free funds in the first week of August, as Trading 212 usually takes around 2 to 3 business days to do so. However, on 30th of July, I received a notification for a dividend received. That was a pleasant surprise as I was not expecting any. The dividends were from my Coca-Cola HBC shares that I have disposed of around last 2 weeks. I disposed of the share because they only pay dividends once a year and that does not align with my goal in building a solid dividend portfolio. My stupid brain did not check on the company's ex-dividend date before disposal, but luckily I did earn some dividends from them. So that was a surprise. As of 20th of July 2020, my portfolio amount was around 55.33 USD, down by 0.2%. My biggest winner and loser for last week are the same as the winner and loser for the last video. My biggest winner was Pfizer, which rose around 13.65%, and the biggest loser was still my Vodafone shares, which plummeted 9.95%. I am waiting for the day that I can at least get a break even from this company. Please take note that anything mentioned in this video is not a financial advice and my videos are for entertainment purposes only. Please seek professional advice from certified advisors before starting to invest your hard-earned money. Every investment has its own risk, especially in this uncertain time. Moving on to our last agenda, let's see which company has an ex-dividend date next week. Let me click this and let the script run. I learned how to do this Google Sheet listing from a fellow YouTuber called Investing Sensei. I will link the video tutorials on how to come up with this dividend tracker on the top right corner if you guys are interested and want to track dividends from your favorite companies. Thank you so much, Investing Sensei, for such a useful script. Okay, let's see. Next week we are expecting dividend payments from AT&T and Verizon on 3rd of August. On top of that, I still have not received the dividend payments from JP Morgan and Realty Income as their payment date fell on a Friday, and Trading 212 usually takes a couple of business days to deposit those dividends into the investors' free funds. That's pretty exciting. It will be raining cents next week. Oh, okay, this is new. There is no ex-dividend dates for the companies that I'm interested in next week. Apple is too expensive for my budget and their dividend yield is pretty low, especially after they reached all-time high last week, around 412 USD, due to the announcement that they are splitting their stocks. So for next week, I should keep an eye on LTC, Stag and Realty Income just in case their share prices are attractive and continue to improve my monthly dividend cash flow. There will be 3 ex-dividend dates in the following week, which are ExxonMobil, Duke Energy and also GlaxoSmithKline. I had some GSK shares before, but I cannot remember why I disposed of those shares. I think that is all for today's video. Don't forget to drop a like on this video and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Be safe and take care.